Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's Monday already? How did this happen?
Right.
Monday, the 21st day of May, and I've got a bunch of great stuff going on today. Like another Movie Star Monday, actor John Savage joining us. Now, I got to explain something. This is a different John Savage than some people might be thinking. There's an American actor by the name of John Savage, but I'm talking to the British actor also by the name of John Savage. You know what he goes by?
John Savage.
John Savage. I said it in British, not a very good way, though. John Savage. Can you do your British accent? No? I tried. John Savage. No.
Goodness.
He's coming up later in the program. I won't try my British accent with him. It is not very good. I barely speak English. I got a great quote here from Edith Wharton. She says, "There are two ways of spreading light, to be the candle or to be a mirror that reflects it." I love that. That is great. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Monday, the 21st day of May. It's American Red Cross Founders Day. So it was on this day that the Red Cross was founded. We don't know what day it was lost in. Does that joke ever get funny? Does it? I saw you smile.
I was just sitting here with a grin. Like,
I saw you smile. I had to say it.
Coming.
That's a John joke, by the way, and I apologize for all of the John jokes, also known as dad jokes. But I'm a dad, so it's the law. It's the law. I have to tell those. It's also National Memo Day. Did you get the memo on that?
I did not.
Okay, I'm going to send that out.
I'm getting that right now.
National Memo Day, National Strawberries and Cream Day, and National Waitstaff Day. So today is the day that you need to make sure you over-tip. Be a good day to do that. I like to do that when I can. I can't always do that, but when I can, I love to do that because they work hard. I mean, and absolutely very deserving of every time they do get that. So National Waitstaff Day, absolutely appreciate them today. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs, but first, a survey by 9 Rounds Kickboxing Fitness found that cursing is the most common way Americans deal with stress. I could see that.
Yep.
Drinking is probably number 2. I don't know. I didn't read the study, but they're saying that if you hear somebody cursing, it's because they're stressed out. And if you see somebody stressed out, that's probably why they're cursing, according to this. 9 Rounds Kickboxing Fitness. That's kind of a long name, isn't it?
It is.
It's a whole lot of stuff. I've heard of it, but it's just a long name. Coming your way, we have your brain on drugs. We'll get to that before you know it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. 3 men in Chicago, Illinois were charged with allegedly selling laced pot that could cause your eyes to uncontrollably bleed. Yikes.
Well.
The suspects found Faoud Masood, Jad Allah. Okay, the first guy is 48. The second guy is 44. Adil Khan Mohammed, 44. All 3 of them were arrested after they sold the drug, known as K2, to an undercover agent at a convenience store where they were employed. Nice. Authorities say that synthetic marijuana contained rat poison and was sealed in containers labeled Crazy Monkey and The Matrix. Yikes. The Illinois Department of Health issued a warning revealing the drugs caused at least 56 people to have experienced severe bleeding. Some sickness from the drug was reported, and it sent people to the hospital with blood coming from their eyes and their ears and their mouth. That is not a good way to start the day or end the day. Experts at emergency rooms have recently saw quite a few of these symptoms coming in from the drugs. All three men charged with conspiring to distribute and sell controlled substance. So, not good. And that is what happens when your brain is on drugs. And apparently your ears and your eyes and your nose as well.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. I do not have the report from over the weekend, but some movies did really well, I'm sure. They always do. I'll see if maybe we can get that report for you later.
I think something maybe did okay.
That one movie that was in the theaters, the one that all the people went to, came out number one. Since I don't have that report, I will talk about the wedding. A new report accuses Meghan Markle's dad of secretly collaborating with the paparazzi. This is kind of weird. They were going to stage, or they did stage, a bunch of lucrative photos of him pretending to get ready for the wedding. He received $135,000 for that. I'll pose and pretend like I'm getting ready for the wedding.
I'll get ready for the wedding.
What are you doing there in that picture? I'm getting ready for the royal wedding.
Can take pictures of me putting on my hat.
This one, I'm tying my shoe and I'm smiling at you.
Getting in our vehicle with the front bumper duct taped on.
Hey, you leave that. That's a temporary fix, and it's Gorilla Tape. Thank you. All right. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen. Hey, when I got nothing else to talk about, it's the royal wedding. Either that or Harvey Weinstein, who's also in the news. He's been reportedly working behind the scenes to influence the upcoming documentary about him. So apparently Harvey Weinstein likes to work behind the scenes. We already knew he liked to work behind the ferns, but apparently behind the scenes. Okay, I'm going to just go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, your scoop of the day, courtesy of 49bydesign.com. Facebook has suspended 200 apps over data misuse accusations. So these are the people who got caught with a lot of their own misuse. And now they're saying, hey, we're suspending these apps because they're misusing data. So I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'm glad that they hopefully learned their lesson and they're trying to crack down and make sure things are right. There are some things that I see that are ads that are still on Facebook as I scroll through that I think, why would they accept money from these things?
Right.
When you click on it, it's not even close to what it said it was going to be. And then you get into this thing, and there's like pop-ups, and there's things saying your phone needs to be updated. And I just like power my phone off. I'm going, I don't know what to click on anymore. So,
right.
Also in the news here, a survey by AAA, also known as AAA.
Yes.
These are the travel people and the insurance people,
yes.
not the drinking people. That's only two A's. The survey by AAA found that gas prices, quote, could surge as high as $4 a gallon, end quote, this summer. So they're saying gas prices could go way up. They say they're going to go up every year this time, and they usually do go up a little bit. I don't know if it's actually going to hit $4. I hope not. That would be terrible. I don't like it when gas prices go up that high because then it's just really hard on everybody that's trying to travel and go do stuff. So I don't like to see that. I got a link to that story if you want to read all the details about the AAA survey. NYPD, you know who that is, right? That's the New York Police Department. They arrested a woman last Saturday, not just this weekend, but a week ago Saturday, after finding a stolen $30,000 Rolex in her pants.
Oh.
So a man accused the woman of stealing it from his apartment after meeting her in a club and taking her back home. Not sure what he was planning on doing. But when cops approached her, they used a metal detector, and they used the wand on the front, and nothing was there. And then to the backside in her buttocks region, beep, 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 beep. And they found her with a Rolex stuffed back there. So,
interesting.
Yeah. Bad idea. Don't take strangers to your apartment, guy in New York.
Right, and
Why
if
would
you're
you
going to, lock up your valuables first.
No, let's not say if you're going to. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea. And it's not just...
It happens all the time.
I was going to say, and it's not just New York. It's anywhere. But this one happened in New York. Las Vegas police... Oh, this ought to be good. Actually, it's kind of sad. Las Vegas police say a drunk man survived a fall from a fourth-story balcony at the Luxor Hotel. Luxor is the one shaped like a pyramid, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I wonder if he fell and just
He's probably
slid down the rest of the way.
That's probably why he lived. He's
No.
probably lucky that it
But wouldn't you
pyramid
just slide
shaped.
down the side of the thing then?
And 4 floors. I mean, really.
Well, that's a long ways.
Who hasn't been down a slide that's super high?
A slide, but to fall off a balcony 4 floors. I'm going to read the whole story here. Las Vegas police say a drunk man survived a fall from a fourth-story balcony at the Luxor Hotel Saturday. And again, this is not this Saturday, it was last Saturday. The man was able to break his fall on some decorations in the lobby. He was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Thank goodness he didn't die. My beautiful bride, this lady sitting here with me, she and I were on vacation one time, and somebody fell off a balcony and
landed on another balcony.
And they died.
Yeah, they found him in the morning when they went out for their breakfast.
We saw the guy the night before. He was very drunk, and he was being very rude and mean to people.
Yeah.
And that still doesn't mean that he should have fallen and died. It was very sad, but I was just thinking, how awful would that be to be on vacation, and to have somebody you're on vacation with fall off the balcony and die? And how awful would it be to be on vacation and open your curtains in the morning to get in some sun, and there's a dead guy in your balcony?
Yeah, that would be awful.
Both of those would just be terrible. So none of this stuff, good stuff. We do have some good news coming up way later in the program.
On that positive note, thanks for listening today.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. We've got more fun stuff coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. It's another Movie Star Monday, and today we've got a gentleman from the United Kingdom. We're visiting right now with John Savage, and we're going to talk a little bit about an upcoming project that's a really cool project called Do Something Jake, but we're also going to talk about some other fun stuff. First of all, welcome to the program, Mr. Savage. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. A pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, we're excited to visit with you, and what got you interested in doing movies? What was it that first made you kind of say, hey, I really think that would be fun to be an actor?
Well, the first time I did anything to do with acting, I was 16 and I did a show at school. It was a theatre. It was Dickens' Tale of Two Cities, and I just kind of fell in love with it. It also helped that there was a girl I really fancied who was part of the cast. So
that helps.
It totally does, yeah.
And when did you first get your start? What year was it that you very first started doing as an actor, I guess?
I suppose it'd be 2004. I went to drama school in Birmingham in the UK. And after that, I graduated and started doing touring theatre and things. And the first time I did any TV work was 2006. So I just fell in love with doing screen work, just because of the way it works, the technical aspect of it as well, and the composition and everything. And yeah, I really fell in love with that aspect of the work, and just been trying to build a career ever since. Very
nice. Now, there's an American actor by the name of John Savage as well. Do you get confused for him very often?
Funny enough, it's just when I started my professional career, I had a letter from Equity, which is the British Actors Union, offering me a load of royalties for a project which was done by the American John Savage, but it was before I was even born. So I had to stay back and say, sorry, you got the wrong John Savage.
So, well, you can send the check if you'd like, but he might not like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it could have been from the Deer Hunter or something, and it just would have been immoral and so wrong to take someone else's money.
Again, visiting right now with John Savage. He's an actor in the United Kingdom. Now, the new project that you're working on, or I guess you're done with it. It just wrapped up, but they're finishing it and going to have it ready for theaters here soon. It's called Do Something Jake. What is your role in the movie Do Something Jake?
I play the delivery guy who's kind of the best friend of the main character. And it's great fun because we have some of the slightly lighter comic moments in the film, because there's a real sort of undercurrent to this crime thriller. But that's what I love about Do Something Jake, is there's elements of comedy in there as well. and I'm a bit of the comic relief.
Well, and that's fun to be the comic relief because you get the laughs, right?
Definitely, yes.
And now the thing that's neat, we've talked to a couple of the other actors in Do Something Jake, and this is something that I was fascinated with, and the reason that we reached out in the beginning is because this movie was done completely differently than the way most movies are done. Usually you hear about a movie and you hear about their, $600 million budget or whatever. Maybe that's a bit much, but it's always in the millions. It's always a lot of money. And the budget for this was $0. So all of you were kind of working on this and hoping that it does well, because if it does well, then you get paid on the end. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely a great way to get work made without having to wait for producers and backers and everything, because it's an opportunity to collaborate with other professionals and do something that you're really proud of and feel that it could really make an impact with it, and hopefully inspire other people too to say, yeah, well, we've got an idea. We're a bunch of professionals. We're not quite where we want to be in our careers. Let's do something together and see where it goes.
And I had a chance to visit with Caroline, and she's one of the people that kind of helped pull this thing together. I believe she was the writer of the movie as well, Caroline Spence. And it sounds like a really fun story. I've watched the trailer that's online, and it looks very well produced. I've seen, what some people refer to as low-budget movies where it was produced for even like $50,000, or even $100,000, I think is still considered a low-budget movie. And those don't look nearly as good as this. So it's amazing to me how, with a budget of $0, you guys have been able to pull off what you've been able to pull off, and that's at 100% due to all of the people that have worked together on this to say, hey, let's do something different. So I think that's really cool.
Thank you, John. Yeah, I mean, it's been wonderful, and watching Caroline and James work, because they really were the driving force behind the project, and they put in crazy hours, and seeing the rushes come through, then seeing the trailers and hearing about all the updates and how close we're getting, it's really exciting.
Now, are there some other fun projects in the future for the United Kingdom, John Savage?
I hope so, yes. I've done sort of bits of soaps and things here in the past, and there's another couple of, there's a futuristic, like a sci-fi film I'm working on at the moment. It's a low-budget one, but it's a project I believe in and hoping it will gain a bit of traction. So, yeah, and if that doesn't work out, I've been looking at your Facebook page, and there's the Rhode Island nudist camp, the lifestyle, so I could always apply for that. I need a green card, but I don't know where I'd store it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that was, for those that don't know, we had a story on our Facebook page about a place that was looking for a lifeguard. So happens to be a nudist camp. Well, John, it's a pleasure to visit with you. I'm really excited about the project Do Something Jake. When it comes out, I encourage people to take a look at it. This is a different way to do movies. Do you think that other people are going to see this and say, wow, let's do that? I mean, let's just move forward. Why are we waiting on funding when we have most of what we need? Let's just move forward. Do you think you're going to see a change in the way people produce movies because of this?
Well, I hope so. I mean, it's something which is, it's prevalent in the industry, is this thing, trying to create your own work because of having, you've got YouTube, you've got Instagram, you've got all these wonderful media tools out there. And you can promote yourself, so why not produce the work and promote yourself? And hopefully it will encourage people, particularly because I live in the Midlands, and there really is a London-centric attitude towards the creative arts and acting in particular, and trying to encourage people who are not necessarily in the capital to say, well, let's make a movie. We've got these people, we can beg, borrow, and steal locations, we can do all this. Let's see what we can come up with.
And when you think about how many amazing places there are that would love to have somebody come and film a movie there because of the attention it would get for them, if it's a good movie and it brings attention to an area, that can make a huge difference for that community as well.
Oh, definitely. And you think of, it happens countless times with big budget movies, doesn't it, whereby you get tours of certain places. And funny enough, my girlfriend and I are actually going to Croatia, going to Dubrovnik, and we're going to do the Game of Thrones tour. So, it's something that people do.
Well, it's like movie tourism, and I'll tell you, one of my favorite stories is the story of the town Key Largo in Florida. There was a movie that came out called Key Largo, and because this movie was so successful, people were looking for Key Largo, which it was a fictitious town. It didn't exist. So there was a very smart community in Florida that said, yeah, we're Key Largo, and they changed the name of their town. And look how well it's done for them. It's been amazing.
Such a great idea. Go with it. Why why fight it? If it's going to bring more income into a community, then that's a great thing to do.
So I think maybe with the way you guys did this movie, you might see more communities that open their doors and say, hey, we would be okay with the attention we get from this. So I wish you guys the very best with the movie Do Something, Jake. I hope it does really well. And I can tell you, just from visiting with every person from that movie that I've talked to already, everybody's really happy with the way it turned out. So even if it doesn't make a lot of money, I think you guys are going to be happy. But I'm hoping that it makes a lot of money for all of you as well. I think that would be really cool.
It would be wonderful if that happened. And like you said, even if it doesn't, we don't get quite the traction we hope to. There's no reason why we wouldn't. I mean, it's still been an amazing experience. It's something to build on. It's such a firm foundation.
Absolutely. Well, John, thank you again for taking the time to visit with us today.
Thank you, John.
Again, John Savage from the United Kingdom. He's one of the actors from the movie Do Something, Jake, that's coming out later this year. I'm going to have a link on our Facebook page to all of the details on that. And can they find you on social media as well, John?
You certainly can. I'm on Twitter. My handle is Acting Savagely.
Acting Savagely. Very nice. Again, John Savage, our guest this morning. Oh, I got to change that. Again, John Savage, our guest today on... let me try it again. Again, John Savage, our guest today for another Movie Star Monday. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
It's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In Elizabethan England, the spoon was so novel and so prized that people carried their own spoons, and they were called folding spoons. They would carry them to banquets.
My father pretty much always carries his own spoon.
By the way, if you ever listen on Tuesdays with Charlie, that guy's a little weird. We found out last week that he likes dog treats, and we already knew that he brings his own spoon for some reason. It's a special spoon. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It costs more to buy a new car today in the United States than it cost Christopher Columbus to equip the entire 3 voyages to the New World.
Well, that is insane.
Yeah, that's how much it costs to get a new car today in the US of A. You could have gone all 3 of his trips to the United States with all of his boats, the Nina, the Pinta, and that other one, the Santa Maria. I was just being silly.
Not counting for inflation.
His boats were not inflatable. What are you talking about? Oh, I see what you mean.
Nice.
All right. We've got more fun stuff to get to. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day, and the word is rothymia. Rothymia. It's not easy to say. Rothymia. In order to say it properly, you need to dislocate a shoulder, I think. Rothymia. What do you think rothymia means?
I do not know.
RHATHYMIA. Rothymia.
Okay.
Rothymia.
I don't know.
It's beautiful. That sounds like a flower. I planted some rothymias in the garden. But it's not. It is a noun. It is the state of being carefree and lightheartedness. From the Greek, rothymos, lighthearted, easy-tempered, and carefree. Used in a sentence, it says, why do I even say these? Gesticulate your prehensive appendages in the athywontalonly
Oh, good Lord.
with an succulent rothymia. I don't think I got any of those words right, by the way. We're going to just...
I would love somebody to videotape themselves using that sentence to someone today.
Yes.
And send that to us, please.
You're quite Rothymian. I don't think I said it right then either. Anyway, today's grandiloquent word, rothymia. Rothymia. You're listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
John and Heidi.
Time now for some weird news. Maybe the only time we've ever had this particular instrument in the news on this program. A Springfield, Ohio man waiting for music practice at a Presbyterian church had the cops called on him when somebody thought his bassoon was a weapon. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
A bassoon?
I know what a bassoon is, yeah.
Okay. Springfield police got a 911 call. They said, hey, there's a guy sitting on his car with a weapon. Police showed up cautiously but quickly, only to find out there is no weapon. This dude was sitting there with a funny look on his face as the cops surround him and his bassoon. The police say although the incident is lighthearted, it's a reminder that both citizens and police have heightened awareness for the possibility of guns and violence. So if you have a bassoon, make sure you let people know that, hey, it's okay. It's just a bassoon. I'm not going to hurt you. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com. A decision by the organizers of the Northwest Miami-Dade, Florida High School prom to include a caged tiger and other wild animals met with outrage and
what could possibly go
accusations.
wrong?
I know. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. Here, it just gets even more bizarre. Some families were not happy when they heard about the inclusion of exotic creatures at a prom for the Christopher Columbus High School students. It was held at a DoubleTree by Hilton at the airport in Miami. It says here that they were shocked when they found out that they were going to have this. It says, this is an event to have fun and amusement, but torturing an animal is considered amusement? Question mark?
They're worried about the tortured animal. I was more worried about a student losing an arm.
Yeah, it says wild animals belong in the wild when they cannot be where they belong in reputable sanctuaries. Animals should come first. They don't need to be in a party situation. Here's the thing. I don't know if you know this about animals. Like
they love to party.
Yeah, they love loud music.
Everybody knows
and
they
flashes
love to party.
And no, they don't like any of that stuff.
And strobe lights.
Who in the world?
Tigers love strobe lights.
Who put on this prom? Was this a Mike Tyson event? I don't know if he really has a prom. He did in a movie. Or if he really has a tiger, rather. He did in a movie, but probably not in real life. But
gosh.
Very bizarre story. That's why today's Moment of Duh belongs to them.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough, available now on Amazon, or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
John and Heidi.
Now, fake news or Florida? You know what? I just realized our story for the Moment of Duh could have been a fake news or Florida story. It happened in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that
Could
weren't
have.
paying attention, they had tigers at the prom. That's not a good plan. But here is our fake news or Florida. Tell me if you think this is real or if you think this is something that is just made up on the spot. Or at least not on the spot, but made up. A goat wandered into the lobby of a La Quinta hotel and ate several cookies. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
Incorrect. That is fake news.
Oh, I could totally see that happening.
It could happen because it did happen, but it happened in Massachusetts.
Oh, you.
So there you go. It didn't happen in Florida.
Whatever. That's not fair.
That is kind of cheating. And
That is definitely cheating.
Your Honor, I'd like to strike that from the record. Heidi did not get that one wrong.
That is definitely cheating. That was a
Kinda
real
cheating.
news story.
It was a real news story. It just wasn't in Florida. All right. Fake news or Florida? A female opossum broke into a liquor store and drank whiskey until she passed out. Fake news or Florida?
That was Florida. We read that story.
We did. I don't know. I didn't know if you'd remember that. Yeah, I guess Heidi was like, oh, I like that opossum. All right. This has been Fake News or Florida. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I believe this is some good news. Good news comes your way courtesy of Odiva. That is the monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All of these details on this are on our website, radiosavings.com. Take a listen to this story. I think this is such a cool story, and I think it's very fitting because right now my wife has one of our dogs sitting on her lap. Why do you have Miley in here?
Because she wanted to come see me.
Oh. Did she want to come see her, or you just wanted to hold her?
She wanted to come see me.
I'm pretty sure that's code word for I just wanted to hold her. And she hasn't made any noise, which is really nice.
No.
Listen to this headline, though. Puppy lost in the desert for 65 days.
Oh, wow.
Shares emotional reunion with her owner. That is so cool. Incredible story of perseverance. A puppy lost in the desert for over 2 months. This happened back in July of 2013. A 1-year-old dog was lost in the Arizona desert.
Aww.
And the lady who is in a wheelchair, a team of volunteers spent the next 2 months searching for the dogs. For weeks, there was no sign of the dog until August. And that's when the dog showed up about 3 miles north of where this car crashed that put her in the wheelchair. Volunteers baited some cages with chicken to... Oh, our dog just looked at me when I said that. We'll say with a T-R-E-A-T. And they used a baby monitor to listen for sounds. Finally, 65 days after the dog went missing, they found the dog. And it was a very emotional reunion. There's a video on here. I think this is from back when it happened. So, again, this story is only being shared now from 2013, but it's a great story.
That is amazing.
I think so, too. And think about... if you were out in the wild for 2 months, do you think you'd make it? I don't think I would.
Probably not. No.
Not if there's not food and
right
stuff to drink and all of that. So it's amazing this dog made it in the desert for 2 months. Our good news is in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.